बोर्ड टॉपर्स के फोटो सब छाप देते हैं, लेकिन बाकी बच्चे, उनकी जिम्मेदारी कौन लेगा? इसलिए वेदांतु इंप्रूवमेंट प्रॉमिस। अब वेदांतु मार्क्स बढ़ाने की जिम्मेदारी लेगा और गारंटी देगा, वरना आपकी पूरी फीस वापस। अब ये होती है गारंटी।
Hey people, what's up? This is Ananya, your master teacher at Vedantu for Social Science. I'm sure you guys are taking very good care of yourself. So guys, let's start with our chapter. That is the very first topic of your democratic politics, and that is what is democracy and why democracy. If you guys remember, in my previous video, I gave you a brief idea about the topics which I'm going to teach you in this particular chapter. But in this particular session, I'm going to start with what is democracy and why democracy. And in this particular session, I will be teaching you guys 4 major features of democracy. All right. So let's get started without wasting much time. And guys, if you are new to Vedantu, make sure that you guys are hitting the like button and also subscribe to our channel. Make sure that you guys are sharing this video with all your friends. All right. Chalo, great. So guys, these are the things I'm going to cover in this particular session. What is democracy and some of the features of democracy. All right, by taking some examples of different countries. Now, coming to the question, guys, why democracy? As I told you in my previous video, democracy is a form of government, guys. It's a form of government wherein the representatives are elected directly by the people. So we have the right to choose our representative. That's great, right? So you will be thinking, sir, is there any other form of government other than democracy? Yes, beta, there are different forms of government. Like we have got military dictatorship, which you saw in Germany. Then we have got monarchy that you saw in France. Louis XVI, he was a monarchy. Then we have got communist form of government, socialist form of government. There are various forms of government. So the question arises, why democracy? So exactly, guys, that is what I'm going to teach you in this entire chapter, why democracy is the best form of government. All right, great. So guys, I hope everyone is aware about this person, Abraham Lincoln. Guys, he was an American. He said democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. What do we understand from this? In a democratic country, the representatives are directly elected by the people. Yes. So the government is of the people. Okay, the representatives elected directly by the people. That is what is known as democracy. Now guys, democracy comes from a Greek word demokratia. Over here, demos means people and kratia means rule. So it's a people's rule. Simple as that. So democracy is basically the rule of the people. Guys, we are not directly ruling the government or ruling the country. Here basically we are electing a representative, and that representative on behalf of the people is working. Okay, so that representative is working for the welfare of the people. All right, so that is what is known as democracy. And we guys are already aware that India is a democratic country, right? But most of the students are not aware the features of democracy. So guys, this year, democratic politics, the very first chapter is going to explain you the 4 major features of democracy. All right. So guys, it is written as democracy is a form of government in which the rulers are elected by the people. Already told you. Clear? I hope guys you do not have any query. And one more thing, my dear students, if you come across any questions, like I always give you homework questions at the end of the session, and I really appreciate that you guys respond me in the comment section by giving the answer. Guys, at the same time, if you come across any questions related to the topic which is going on, make sure that you guys are letting me know in the comment section, because I'm going to keep the last session only for your doubts. All right. So if you come across any questions during the session, make sure that you guys are letting me know in the comment section. All right. So that I can come up with the solution in the last video. Clear? Great. Now guys, we will be understanding the features of democracy. All right. And we will be dealing with some case studies. Means I will be telling you that there are many countries in the world which says that we are a democratic country. They also conduct elections. But there are no features of democracy which is followed in their country. So guys, merely saying that we are a democratic country and on ground reality is like there are many countries in the world, like Pakistan is one of the country. All right, they say that they are a democratic country, but in reality, the situation is totally different. How? Let's understand with some case studies. So guys, why we need to learn all the other features of democracy? Why we need to understand the features of democracy? Because most of the governments have elections, but not all the governments are democratic. As I told you, there are many countries in the world which says that they are democratic in nature. They conduct elections in their countries, but on ground reality is totally different. Just elections and just selections of the rulers by the people is not the ultimate test of the democracy. Means if I tell you that in India we conduct elections, okay, in India we conduct elections and people have the right to choose their representative. But let's take an example, we have the right to choose our representative, but the representatives which we have chosen, that representative do not have any right to function. I hope you guys are understanding, to take decisions for the welfare of the people. So if the person who is elected, that person is not having the power to take the decisions, can you say that is democracy? No. So only conducting elections does not gives us an idea that that country is actually a democratic country. All right, so let's understand these four features of democracy. We will be starting with the example of Pakistan. All right, let's see. Now guys, in October 1999, General Pervez Musharraf led a military coup. Now guys, do you know what happened due to this military coup? They overthrew the democratically elected government. So guys, there was a democratic government which was elected by the people, and through this military coup, that elected government was overthrown. General Pervez Musharraf declared himself as the chief executive of the country. So that was a position wherein he declared himself as a chief executive of the country of Pakistan in year 2000. He then changed his designation to president. ठीक है, खुद से अपनी पोजीशन को चेंज कर दिया. He changed his designation to president. In year 2002, held a referendum that guaranteed him a 5-year extension. Guys, referendum is kind of voting. So a voting was conducted and that guaranteed him or granted him 5 years extension of being the president of Pakistan. Are you guys understanding? Now, according to Pakistani media, human rights organization and democracy, the voting which was conducted was based on malpractices and fraud. So guys, it is believed as, according to the Pakistani media, human rights and the voting which was conducted, it is believed as the voting had many malpractices and fraud. So there was a lot of corruptions through which he got an extension of 5 years as a president of Pakistan. In August 2002, he issued a legal framework order. So there was an issue which was known as, there was an issue which was declared by him that was known as legal framework order, in which he amended the constitution of Pakistan. Now, my dear bachcho, what is the meaning of amended? Amended means to make changes. All right. So he amended the constitution of Pakistan. Now, what was done after the changes done by in the constitution of Pakistan? According to this order, that is according to legal framework order, the president can dismiss, means cancel, the national and the provisional assemblies. Do you know what are national and provisional assemblies? Parliament. So he got the power, he can dismiss the parliament of Pakistan. He can dismiss the elected members of this parliament. Just imagine. So he got the power to dismiss the assembly. Yes. Guys, there was a cabinet which was known as civilian cabinet. Is supervised by a National Security Council. So guys, there was a department which was National Security Council, and National Security Council was supposed to supervise the civilian cabinet, which is dominated by military officers. So that National Security Council was a body which was dominated by military officers, and they were supposed to supervise the civilian cabinet. Guys, elections used to happen. Elections were held to national and provincial assemblies. But what was the twist? Elected representatives had some powers. But end of the day, who was supposed to take all the decisions? But the final power rests with military officers and General Pervez Musharraf. Now you guys just imagine, you guys elected representatives, you people elected representatives. Those representatives do not have any power to take decisions on the behalf of the people. And on the other hand, the president and that military or those military officers and General Pervez Musharraf, they had the power to take the decisions. And those people were not elected by those representatives were not elected by the people. So you guys can just imagine, guys, is it democracy? Like only conducting elections and saying that we conduct elections, so we are a democratic country? Is it so? No. Hence, Pakistan under General Pervez Musharraf cannot be called as democracy. Are you guys understanding what I'm trying to say? Good one. So, the very first feature, I want everybody to pause the video, take out your notebook, write down this feature. The very first feature, in a democracy, the final decision-making power must rest with those elected by the people. So, end of the day, what is the conclusion of this entire topic? It concludes that the representatives who are elected by the people, they should have the power to take decisions. All right? Great. I hope guys you have written the very first feature of democracy. All right? Chalo, let's move ahead with the next one. Now guys, before we move ahead to the next, that is the second features of democracy. That is the second feature of democracy. I would like you to listen to the pro subscription, guys. I know many of the viewers are already my students. You guys are already in Vedantu, but still, if there are few students who are not a part of my long-term batches, who are not a part of our Vedantu, so I would like you to listen to this. Guys, we are giving you some promise. What is that promise? No other offline institute or no online institute will ever give you this promise. So before I tell you about the promise, let me tell you why you should join Vedantu. First thing, in Vedantu, guys, you will get unlimited live classes. Again, I'm not talking about recorded. I'm talking about unlimited live classes. So you have an access of unlimited live classes with all the high level quizzes. So on YouTube, you guys keep on telling us about some mentee. Guys, over there in our long-term batches, in every session, at least 4 to 5 times, we have got mentee quizzes. And guys, when you participate in these quizzes, you actually participate with the students throughout the world. Because students in Vedantu are not only from India, they are from different countries also. So your competition is increasing. Then, if you miss out the session, due to any reason, if you miss out the session, you can watch the replays. And my dear students, these are not simple replays. These are interactive replays. Interactive replays का मतलब होता है, you can participate in the quizzes and you can still find your name on leaderboard. So it is like a live session. Not only this, you can also download the handwritten notes by your master teachers. So the problem of notes is also solved. Which all these things you're not getting on YouTube. Next, in-class doubt solving. Are you guys able to ask me doubts over here? Not frequently. If yes, if you guys are able to, I'm trying to motivate you that please ask me doubts in the comment section. But I will be replying to all those doubts at the last video after once I complete this entire chapter. But guys, over there, in-class doubt solving means immediately your doubts are solved. Exactly. Continuously tests are taken, assignments are given to you, and at the same time, you have an access to micro courses and crash courses. Now, what are micro courses, my dear students? Let's take an example. If you want to attempt any chapter of any subject, okay, you want to again attend any one chapter of any subject, you can enroll to a specific chapter separately other than the long-term batches. And you can as such attend unlimited micro courses and crash courses. When students actually pay for these micro courses and crash courses, it is going to be absolutely free for you. So just imagine guys, you are getting more and more number of classes with lesser the price. Guys, how to enroll to Vedantu? It's very simple. The link is there in the description box and the very first comment you will find. Alright, just click on that link. You will be redirected to our website. And the most amazing part, if you guys are not aware, you can apply my coupon code as ADPRO. In any of the plan, if you apply ADPRO, you will get additional 10% off. Flat. Guys, whatever benefits I said you, all those benefits are available in our Pro Lite subscription. And the best part is like, you can try it for 1 month. Yes, you can try it for 1 month. I personally suggest students to at least try it for a month. Alright. So guys, in every plan, you can apply my coupon code and the price will come down. As you can see, if you try it for a month, it is 2,300. And if you apply my coupon code as ADPRO, it will come down to 2070. Simple. Guys, we have got Pro Classic subscription also. What is Pro Classic subscription? You will get an access to Doubts app. Means before the session also and after the session also. Your doubts will be catered. Your doubts will be solved. Yes. So that you will get in Classic app. And you can also get our Pro Plus subscription wherein you will be getting a personal mentor. Do you know what is personal mentor? There will be a person who will be assigned to you to solve all your queries, to help you with all your assignments throughout the year. So guys, we have got these 3 plans and the best part is like you can try it for 1 month. Alright. Guess what? I believe that the price which you are giving, the fees which you are giving to Vedantu actually comes down to 0. Do you know how? Because you are getting an access to unlimited micro courses. Are you getting it? Unlimited micro courses. And if you divide your fees with n number of lectures, it will come down to 0. Simple as that. Great, right? So guys, what promise we are giving you? As I told you, this promise you will be getting only from Vedantu, not from any of the offline or online institute. What promise we are giving you? If you feel that there has been no progress as per your expectations, means you took our long-term batches, and afterwards if you feel that there has been no progress as per your expectations, your fees will be given back to you. Complete fees will be given back to you. Yes, you have heard it right. Yes, that promise we are giving you. But guys, we just need a very small commitment from your end. Child should attend minimum 75% of the classes, and whatever tests are assigned to the child, minimum 75% should be completed. If you guys are giving us such commitment, then we are promising you. If the performance is not as per your expectations, we will return your complete fees back. No questions asked. Guys, the batches are already started. You can enroll to these batches. Guys, I'm personally teaching in these batches. So if you want to learn from me, I would like you to join my batches. And it's not like when you will pay fees to Vedantu, you will only get enrolled to social science. No, automatically you will be enrolled to all the other subjects. So guys, it's a suggestion from my end, or else there is no problem, guys. There is no force. Definitely, we all will be teaching you guys on YouTube as well. But if you want to enroll to take all these benefits, so join Vedantu. Great. Chalo. Coming to the next feature, guys, of democracy. Free and fair electoral competition. Now, what is the meaning of free and fair electoral competition? Let's understand by taking an example of China. Alright. Now guys, in China, elections are regularly held after 5 years for parliament. Okay? The parliament of China is National People's Congress. This is the parliament of China. Okay? So in every regularly after 5 years, elections are conducted for National People's Congress. National People's Congress has the power to appoint the president of the country. So the parliament of China has the power to appoint the president of the country, right? Now guys, this parliament comprises of 3,000 members from all over China. Few are also elected from the army. Now, if the candidate wants to be a part of this National People's Congress, or if they want to stand for elections, what they are supposed to do. Candidate needs the approval of Chinese Communist Party. My dear students, make a note of this. Chinese Communist Party for contesting the elections. Means if I want to stand for elections, then I need the approval from Chinese Communist Party. And let me tell you guys, only the member of Chinese Communist Party and some 8 smaller parties which are associated with Chinese Communist Party, they are only allowed to contest elections. Are you guys understanding? Means if any candidate who is not from Chinese Communist Party or from those 8 smaller political parties, they cannot stand for elections. In a way, the government is always formed by Communist Party. Obviously, guys, almost the government is formed by Communist Party. Now, that was a case study of China. Coming to the case study of Mexico. Guys, Mexico is a country in North America. All right. Guys, Mexico got independence in 1930. Elections are conducted in Mexico after every 6 years for the post of president. Mexico never had been under a military or a dictator rule until year 2000. Every elections was won by only one party, which was known as PRI, Institutional Revolutionary Party. So until 2000, this was the only political party which used to win the elections. Opposition parties did contested the elections but never managed to win. Now you will have a thought, you will have a notion, sir, if the opposition political parties used to contest elections, then why only PRI, that is Institutional Revolutionary Party, used to win the elections? Do you have this question? Yes. So that's a great thing. Now let me tell you how they used to win the elections. What was wrong with the Mexico? Let's see. Guys, PRI, guys, just hold on. Yeah, PRI used many dirty tricks to win the elections, like corruption, forcing the voters. Yes, government employees had to attend its party meeting, that was compulsory. Government teachers used to force the parents to vote for PRI. Media largely ignored the activities of opposition political party. So media used to ignore or they used to criticize the activities of opposition political parties, and they used to always approach, or we can say that media used to support the views of the PRI. Are you guys getting it? वो लोग हमेशा PRI को ही support क्या करते थे, and the opposition political parties were ignored. Sometimes polling booths were shifted from one place to another. That created difficulty for people in casting the votes. So guys, these were some of the dirty tricks or practices which PRI used to follow to win the elections till year 2000. So guys, let's compare China and Mexico. We saw 2 different cases, one from China and one from Mexico. Okay, let's see what was China. Guys, in China, elections do not offer people any serious choice because there is only one party, China's Communist Party, and they will only win the elections, and they have the right to choose the candidate who is going to stand for elections. So people do not have the real choice. In Mexico, people seem to really have some choices because opposition political parties can contest the elections, but in practice they had no choice. Why? Look at these practices which Mexico used to follow. China, they have to choose the ruling party and candidates approved by it. As I told you, so the Chinese Communist Party was supposed to choose the candidates and they can only stand for elections. There was no way the ruling party could be defeated even if people were against it. So let's take an example. If people were against PRI, still they managed always to win the elections. Why? Due to all these corrupt ways they used to follow. So what can be concluded? These are not fair elections. A democracy must be based on free and fair elections. So my dear students, I want you guys to write down the second feature of democracy. A democracy must be based on free and fair elections. All right, people should have the real choice, and whomever they want to vote, they should have the right to vote whatever political party, whatever to whichever candidate they want to vote. Next one, the third feature: one person, one vote, one value. So guys, democracy is based on fundamental principles of political equality. So guys, there should be political equality. There should be no kind of differentiation. Like for example, it should not be like if the person comes from a rich financial background, the value of his vote is going to be more as compared to the person coming from a poor financial background. That person, the value of the vote of that person will be less. No. Or if the vote is given by the male, then the value of the vote is going to be more. Or if the vote is given by a female, the value of the vote is going to be less. No. One person, one vote, and the value should be same. Simple as that. So each adult citizen must have one vote, and each vote must have one value. Simple. So guys, here you can see the term adult citizen. Guys, what do we understand from adult citizen? 18 and above has the right to cast the vote. Do you have the right to cast the vote? Do let me know in the comment section. Now, guys, there are some cases wherein some people were denied of casting the votes. Like we can take the example of Saudi Arabia. Guys, until 2015, women did not have the right to vote. They did not have the right to vote until year 2015 in Saudi Arabia. Coming to Estonia, guys, which is in Europe, people belonging to Russian minority who lived in Estonia, they used to find it difficult to get the right to vote. On the other hand, if we talk about Fiji, guys, Fiji is a small country in the southern hemisphere coast, close to Australia and New Zealand. So Fiji, vote of an indigenous Fiji. What is the meaning of indigenous? Native. Native Fiji has more value than an Indian Fiji. So if a native Fiji, if the native citizen is going to give, the indigenous Fiji is going to give the vote, then the value is going to be more. And if it is going to be an Indian Fiji, because there are many Indians over there, so their value is going to be less. So guys, is it one person, one vote, one value? No. Guys, this is the third feature of democracy you have to remember. Alright guys. Okay. Coming to the next case study, guys, rule of law and respect for rights. All right. Now, guys, I'm going to take an example of case study of Zimbabwe. Guys, Zimbabwe is in Africa. All right. So let's take the case study, and this is going to be the last feature for the day. Now, guys, Zimbabwe attained independence in year 1980. Since then, there was one political party which was very, very powerful, and they were ruling Zimbabwe. The name of the political party was ZANU PF. ZANU means, I'm not saying JANU. I'm saying ZANU. ZANU PF. Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front Party. Alright. So, they were the most powerful political party. Like, if I give you an example of Indian National Congress since 1947. So, like India got independence in 1947, and INC was the most powerful political party after that. In a similar way, Zimbabwe, since 1980, when they got independence, ZANU PF was the most powerful political party in Zimbabwe. Robert Mugabe, we can also say that it was powerful and it was more popular among the people. Guys, it is very simple. Like, why after independence, Indian National Congress was more powerful, or they were more popular? Because they were the first political party, that was the very first political party back in 1885, which was formed in India and which struggled against Britishers to fight for the freedom, and we got independence, and most of the credit goes to Indian National Congress. So they were more popular. So because they were more popular, they used to win the elections after 1947. In a similar way, we can take the example of Zimbabwe. Okay, so Robert Mugabe and this political party was popular. He was popular, but also used unfair practices. Now, guys, understand, he was popular, but he used to use unfair practices. What kind of unfair practices? Over the years, government changed the constitution several times. Okay, so they changed the constitution several times. So what is wrong in this? Let me tell you. This increased the power of the president and made him less accountable. So it was increasing the power of the president. So the way this constitution was amended, it was changed. President was becoming more powerful. Guys, next. Opposition party workers were harassed and their meetings were disrupted. So if opposition political parties used to protest, so those people were harassed by the government and their meetings were purposely disrupted, were stopped, were suspended, were suppressed. Public protest and demonstrations against the government was declared illegal. So means any kind of protest against the government was declared illegal. Yes. Laws were made to limit the rights to criticize the president. So such kind of laws were implemented so that there should be a limit to criticize the president. So if someone is criticizing the president, harsh punishment was given to that person. Television and radio are controlled by the government. It was controlled by the government of Robert Mugabe. Independent newspapers, journalists were harassed. If they used to write anything against the Robert Mugabe's government, they were harassed. So guys, government has ignored some court judgment. As a result, Robert Mugabe was forced out of office finally in 2017. So you can just imagine, since 1980, he was ruling by doing all those unfair practices. And these were those unfair practices through which he was powerful in Zimbabwe. My dear students, I hope you guys are able to understand everything. And if you came in the middle of the session, so let me tell you, my dear students, that if you come across any questions, make sure that you guys are letting me know in the comment section, because at the end of the session, I always give you some homework questions, and I really appreciate many students gives the answer in the comment section. At the same time, I want you guys to let me know in the comment section if you have any queries or not. All right, great, because if you have any queries, at least I can come up with the solution in the coming sessions. Clear? And one more thing, do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, it is absolutely free, and also share it with your friends. So guys, what lessons we can learn from Zimbabwe? First of all, popular approval of the ruler is necessary in democracy, but it is not sufficient. It is not necessary if the ruler is popular, or if the political party is popular, then we should always vote that political party. No, it is not sufficient. We need to understand other criteria as well. Popular governments can be undemocratic. This we can learn from the case study of Zimbabwe. Popular leaders can be autocratic as well. They can be cruel as well. So this is what we can learn from Zimbabwe. So guys, these were some of the features of democracy we need to keep in mind. So guys, what is ideal democracy? Let's understand. There should be sufficient room for normal political activities such as political opposition. Guys, there should be political opposition. There should be opposition political parties. Guys, because when there are no opposition political parties, the ruling political party can take undue advantage of the situation. Guys, because opposition political parties tries to reach out to the people to make them understand the true nature of the ruling political party, the true face of the ruling political party, so that people can take wise decisions next time. All right. Next, state should respect some basic rights of the citizens. Guys, what are some basic rights of the citizens? Like some of the fundamental rights are the basic rights of the citizens, like right to express our opinion, right to speech, right to move anywhere within the country. Are you guys understanding? Okay. So there should be some basic rights of the citizens. If they are not happy with the government, they should have the right to criticize, to speak up, to express their opinions, which we did not saw in the case of Zimbabwe. Everyone should be equal in the eyes of law. Simple as that, guys. So if you remember the case study of Fiji, so indigenous Fiji, the vote of an indigenous Fiji was more, the value of the indigenous Fiji was more as compared to the vote which was casted by Indian Fiji. So everyone should be equal in eyes of law, be it rich, be it poor, be it males or be it females, or any kind of differentiation. All right, so everyone should be equal in eyes of laws. I hope, guys, you understood everything in this particular session. So guys, what we saw in this entire session, we got to know 4 features of democracy. So if you have not made the note of those features of democracy, I would like you to make a note of these 4 features of democracy now. All right. The very first feature is, in a democracy, the final decision-making power must rest with those elected by the people. Second, a democracy must be based on free and fair elections. Third, in a democracy, each adult citizen above the age of 18 and above 18 must have 1 vote, and each vote must have 1 value. And fourth one, a democratic government rules within limits set by the constitution, law and citizens' right. Means the government should respect the constitution. They should function, or they should administer the country according to the constitution. So my dear students, these are the 4 features of democracy. My dear students, I hope you enjoyed this session. If yes, do let me know in the comment section. Do subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, share this video with your friends. And now coming to the homework questions. And I want everyone to give the answer in the comment section. So the homework question is, the very first one, very simple. Who limits the power of the democratic government? Option A, head of the government. Option B, constitution. Option C, head of the state. Or is it option D, citizens? Who limits the power of the democratic government? The next question, second one. National People's Congress is a parliament of which country? Option A, Mexico. Option B, Pakistan. Option C, India. Or is it option D, China? That's it, guys. So these are 2 very, very simple questions for you guys. Make sure that you guys are giving me the answer in the comment section. And guys, if you are not a part of Vedantu yet, if possible, try to join Vedantu. The link is there in the description box. You can use my code as ADPRO to get additional discount. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for attending my lecture. I hope you had a great time. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Till then, take very, very good care of yourself. Bye-bye. Take care.